Hi, my name's Mary, and wanted to share my story with you of how God's glory has been in my life, especially within this past year. I just wanted to first start off by saying that God has always been really important to me. I might not have been a devout Christian or walking the way that I should be, but I've always loved Him and had a healthy respect of Him. And I've known that He's been present in my life, and He's helped me through a lot of difficult situations. So this morning, as I was reading my devotions, I ran across this verse, and it's Psalms 56, 3-4. In the day that I'm afraid, I lay all my fears before you and trust in you with all my heart. With God on my side, I will not be afraid of what comes. And these two verses really ring true for me. About a year ago, September 2024, I had my yearly physical, and I went to my doctor and told her about the incident I had. I had a really bad chest pain, and I mean, it was like a all-day affair. And looking back on it, I probably should have called 911, but being the stubborn person I am, I just I'm gonna power through this and just tell the doctor about it when I see her. So she's like, okay, let's just order chest x-ray and we'll see what's going on. So I had the x-ray, she called me and she's like, your heart looks really great. There's nothing wrong with it, but we saw something on your lungs. And I was like, all right, I have not had any symptoms, nothing's going on. I mean, I'm a rather healthy person. And she's like, I'm going to refer you to a pulmonologist and we'll let her take care of this. And it's like, all right, it sounds great. So the pulmonologist calls me and she says that she wanted me to get a PET scan before I came to see her. So I had the PET scan, and then I'm in her office probably within a week's time frame. And we're sitting there, my daughters are with me, and we're sitting there and she's showing me all these images on her computer, not having a clue what it is that I'm looking at. And she's like pointing out to my lungs and then the lymph nodes and then some areas on my, like my arm and some other areas. And she's like, these are all concerned and I want to get a biopsy to confirm my suspicions. And I'm like, well, what are your suspicions? I was like, is this cancer? And she's like, it could be, but I can't say for sure or verify it. So she got me in. I had to get a bronchoscopy. All this happened within 2 weeks time frame. So looking back on this now, I can see how God was already working in my life. I'm sorry. But so we did the bronchoscopy, and came into the room. My daughter Courtney was sitting there, and I asked her, I was like, have you seen the doctor? Has the doctor talked to you yet? And she's like, Mom, you have stage 4 lung cancer. I'm like, all right. I cried for just a short time, and then I'm like, this is gonna be just like any other hiccup that I've had in my lifetime. I'm just gonna power through it. I mean, it's just another battle I have to fight. So I went home and I had a conversation with God. I was like, Lord, I don't know what I'm getting ready to deal with. I said, but I just really need you. And I just, I want healing. Please just be with the doctors and just take control of this situation, because I can't do it on my own. So I had an appointment with an oncologist about a week after that. And he said that we did some genetic testing on the samples, and you have a mutation that we have a medication for. And I'm like, well, that's great news, And he's like, we can either get you started on the medication by itself and see how things progress, we'll monitor you, or we can do the medication and start you on chemotherapy. And I wanted to just go ahead and just beat this thing. Let's do the aggressive approach. I just want this healed and gone, so I can just move on with my life. So, excuse me. So we started chemotherapy. And so every 3 weeks, getting chemotherapy, taking my daily medication. And I will have to say I was surprised that the side effects of the chemotherapy was not as bad as I anticipated. And the only ill effect I really had was just extreme fatigue. I mean, that's what I battle every single day. But other than that, you would never know I have cancer. And I get, like, every 3 months, get a CT scan. And each time I get a scan, it shows that the tumor is getting smaller and that some of the lymph nodes that were infected are no longer affected. Through this whole entire time, I've never been angry. I've never been, why me, God? It's like, I'm not fearful. I do worry some, but if I get on Google too much, and Google's the worst thing anyone can get on. I have to trust in God, just trust that He's got this, and He has. I mean, I just see how things have been working out, and I don't know. I could have another 10 years. I could have another 15. I could have another 5 years. I don't know, but I'm not worried about it. I've placed this in God's hands, and He has been at work. I've had someone tell me a couple weeks ago that they're just amazed with me because my attitude is always upbeat, and just I'm a cheerful person and optimistic, and like with God on my side. I mean, what is there to bring you down? So it's I'm not afraid of what's going to come because I know God has it handled.